Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial, and we are back with another video looking at, in particular, a different type of investing strategy. In particular, one that I look at for options trading, just because this is one that historically has helped me to make a lot of money. I have lost money on these trades, but I've also made a lot of money on this strategy. And I'd like to share that just because I think there is a lot of misinformation, particularly in options trading, concerning what you have to do to be successful. And up on the screen, I do have NVDA stock. And one of the ways that I've been really successful in my trading career has been constantly betting on stocks that I know a lot about, that I follow the industry, and in particular that I watch trade before. And for those of you that have been a subscriber for a while or have been actively following my videos, you'll know that there's been multiple times where I've pointed out for NVIDIA stock, this is the move that I'm expecting them to make, and then they traded that direction or in that pattern. Now, I don't attribute this to being able to tell the future or portray what's going to happen or see how the market reacts to broader news. However, these are stocks that you watch day in, day out. And in particular in the options world, if you are trying to hit every winner, oftentimes you're going to be late. So if you are looking and saying, one day I need to make a play in the banking sector, the next day I need to make a play in the tech sector, and then there's healthcare and biotech. There's all these different moving parts. And if you are making a trade based off momentum, you may just see that the stock is going up and you may catch some gains, but you also could kind of get faked out or pay too much for a trade that if you had gotten 5 minutes beforehand, it was a tenth of that. So it's very difficult to say that this is always the right answer, but a word of advice that I would provide is to trade stocks that you actively watch on a regular basis. If this is swing trading, if this is options trading, make sure that you're buying and selling in a market that you understand and on stocks that at least you think you understand. Some of the biggest losses that I personally have taken when I have traded stocks that I was trying to follow the momentum. I saw that the stock was going up and I said, I want to see if I can snag an options gain just by going in. Or I followed a trade that maybe was recommended to me by others without truly understanding what the implications were for that trade. So with that being said, when we're looking at an NVIDIA style stock, this is a stock that traditionally will trade within the same exact range for a period of time, and it is a big mover. As you can see what's happened here over the course of the past week, we've nearly gone up right at $30, which is a big move for them in particular. But if you look at the month, they've gone up $46, but most of that was in the past week. So again, they kind of traded in this range, and I have some other videos talking about this, and I did some credit spreads on the call side where I said they traditionally don't go this high and they traditionally don't go this low. After their big run up after the last earnings, you can see that from May 18th all the way really until the end of June, they were trading within that same range with just a little increase. And as someone who watches this stock, who follows the chip and data center world, then this is the stock that I like to trade in. I'm very bullish on NVIDIA and I will continue to do so. So I like to watch those moves and see what's going on. I mean, even here you can see in the past 3 months, it's up 61%. And this is not a small stock, both in terms of the price as well as the overall market valuation. So one of the other stocks that I have traded very often and I've been wrong on, again, I kind of blew up my account off this, was Bank of America stock. And that's an industry I'm very familiar with. I work in the banking world from a software perspective. I am very familiar with that world, and I was right on my expectations for the stress test, but there was a matter that I was not expecting when the Fed said that they are not going to increase dividends, which banks were not going to do anyway. But you can see that it caused that market drop. So this was back in June, and it kind of went up, and then that was right here. And then the very next morning, the stock was down nearly $1.50. So this is another stock where, again, I've done very well on, but at the same time, I've lost a lot of money doing so. You can see here that, and that was the stock, so it doesn't have my options right here. But this is just another stock that historically I've had a lot of success with in terms of count, maybe not necessarily the actual gains. But what I'm really recommending here is that you take the opportunity to look at some of these stocks that you say, hey, I'm very familiar with. There's a lot to do there. And I mean, just look at these trades. I have trades going all the way back to 2019. And this is November 2019. And look how many trades I've made with just looking at NVDA. So this is an opportunity where yesterday I called out the trade I was looking to make, and this is, again, I bought it yesterday for 150 and we sold today for 325. So they move. I understand how they move, and I would highly recommend that if you're looking at stocks, to find what you're comfortable with, what you feel knowledgeable about, and not to just go out and say, hey, I'm going to follow the momentum of everyone else, but I'm going to make bets based off of what I know and what I am learning. So that's my tip of the day for Robinhood investing. If you found this content helpful, please help me out and leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions or plays that you'd like to let me know, please drop a comment down below. Thanks everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.